Come, let us prepare, make some good profits today. It's only getting started. Let's talk about that in today's video. Just be careful of this. I will talk to you about where to look out for the big moves, especially in the 30-minute chart here. You have to be more aware of where this 5-day moving average is going. Pay close attention. Very important information. At 12:45, we understood that there was this pink algorithm here that was building liquidity. And just take a look at the pink building liquidity here for the market to grab. Absolutely beautiful trade. I got my 100% trade right here. Now, you just had to be patient. You don't have to be chasing candles because you understood how to be looking out for the algorithms here. You saw the pink building liquidity structure being formed right here, especially with the nested structure here. Now, once this engulfed and started regrabbing, this became quite clear. The only problem here for me was the lack of continuation at the start. But you see how the market started picking up in that orange, which was a very important algorithm I told you to pay close attention to. So even though this was quite a small move, it's not even a point. I think it's about a point, but it's easy to double and 100% profits right here if you knew how to be looking out for structure. And just take a look, your stop loss will be very tight because you would have penny perfect algorithms right there. And all you got to do is to trade as structure demands. Just take a look how beautiful that structure is. Just a pity we have a lack of continuation at the start, but it picked up in the end, especially breaking out of that magenta. Now, this is quite important because I talked about it several times right here. In that orange has to break out of that magenta. You take a look and you see it yourself. So understanding buying continuation structure is quite crucial. You have to understand about this now. You see, because we lack the continuation in that orange, you have to bail out from there if you're not protected. And this is quite important. There's a second trade here I want to talk about. Now, this particular trade at 221 here. Now, I talked about, once again, the pink. It's very important. So you see that the orange led the way and we started tapering in that pink. You knew that it was going to build liquidity, isn't it? So I made a trade here to short at the pink and waiting out for the head. And true enough, it happened. Beautiful red candle from that breakout. So this was a beautiful trade. We were prepared for this, right? We got lucky with a large red candle, but you prepare for your luck. This is a great example of that because you knew that there was going to be a trade here where the head will form. And just take a look. This particular trade, 400% for me. And more importantly, it bounced off beautifully, forming the head of the inverse head and shoulder pattern. And once again, we lacked continuation nearing to the end here, but absolutely beautiful trade right there if you knew what to be looking out for. Now, regarding this, I warned you about the dump. I warned you. I told you, do not call the dump too early because I said that the dump will only happen after hours. The market is going to keep this up and only dump after hours. So if you have any short positions, you have to either roll it to 1 day ahead, but not hold 0 day to expiry options, especially if you're just waiting out for the dump because the market has started selling. There are so many sellers right here, but we still kept up. You have to be more cognizant of the algorithms at play right there. Magenta keeping it up. And we are always controlling the buying. You see the pink algorithm just controlling the buying as I showed you once here and the second time here as well. So you just have to be more mindful, and I warned you about that. So you have to roll it 1 day out, and if you are able to close this once it hit that 5-day moving average, well done. This will be absolutely beautiful. And just take a look at the retest of the 5-day. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Now, the market left us big clues right here. We will talk a little bit more about that. But more importantly, just take a look, even though it is wildly quite a choppy day throughout the regular trading hours. You see, we have less than 2-point moves, 1 point, 1 point. But you still can be able to find your 100% trades. This one, 400% trade. Let's be real. This is probably only about 1.5 points at most. And you're able to get 400% trade from there, especially later in the day. So you have to learn to identify structure. And let's not talk about this. This will probably be another 400%. Now, if you have the algorithms, if you have structure, you do not worry about missing trades. You have the skill that you can do this every single day as you see me do it. every single day. It's about learning this skill, this lifetime skill, so you can do this for the rest of your life by learning to find 5-figure profit trades. And I've shown you it's very possible to do it, but it's a long-term skill you need to learn. So don't rush this. And most importantly, please do not join if you're looking for signals. Signals will ruin you. You need to learn this skill for a lifetime. So you can do this every single day for the rest of your life. And we're talking about $10,000 a day. Not a month, mind you. Every single day. This skill is worth every ounce of your energy and determination to learn and master. It's not going to be easy. Why should it? But it is possible. Stay focused. Run this race strong. It will be life-changing, not just financially, but you will see how trading will make you a better person. Stay focused. We got this. Now, where do we go from here? Now, you notice that we've already retested that 5-day moving average and the yellow algorithm near to after hours as shown right here. So it's very important. You have to watch yesterday's video. Very important. I laid out quite some important macro structure you have to look out for, and that includes the dump here. If this wants to dump, it has to retest your 5-day moving average and grab the liquidity together with the yellow algorithm and the 5-day moving average. So pay very close attention to that. Otherwise, you take a look, we have already closed the cup. Now, this is very important because you want to be looking out for that structure if it continues to be controlled selling, and we grab the liquidity on the way up here. So pay close attention as well. If you've noticed, I talked about that blue algorithm, and you see how the beautiful rejection of that blue algorithm. So if this wants to continue heading up, you need to look out for that breakout of that blue algorithm from that stronger buying continuation structure, whether it's orange here or a stronger green. So just pay close attention to that together with the blue algorithm. This is quite important. You have to pay close attention. Now, if we do close the larger cups, I want you to pay close attention to that 5-day moving average here, and together with the QQQ's 5-day and 20-day moving average. So pay close attention. QQQ 20-day and 5-day moving average, they will be almost converging, and you will have clearer structure here. Pay close attention to that blue algorithm. You will see a very beautiful structure on the way down here, where the moving averages will have already turned into some sort of resistance in the structure and grabbing the liquidity there. Absolutely beautiful. Don't forget the large dump, if it happens, must happen where the 20-day moving average liquidity right here. Very importantly, you look out for that. If the market wants to grab further liquidity down, look out for that here. Now, by then, your 5-day moving average will start trending down. Not yet. If you take a look here, I have a video where I talk about how to be mathematically calculating for this. So you have to realize that the 5-day will start trending down after tomorrow. So you just have to pay close attention to that. And once it does, you will be ready. You understand where the liquidity will be and the potential for the 5-day, which is right here, to want to cross down to the 20-day moving average if this wants to dump. So you pay close attention to where 5-day opens, where 5-day closes, and that will establish your trading range for today and a rough estimation of the trading range for tomorrow. So just pay close attention to that. If the market wants to dump here, you will not miss out. There are plenty of confirmation to look out for. So just be more mindful of that. We have closed the cup. This forming the handle. Now let's see if we form a nested handle here. So just be more mindful of that. You understand what you're looking out for, and you know how to plan ahead for that instead of just calling the direction and hoping for 10-point moves both ways. I've shown you day in, day out. You just need half-point move, 1-point moves. You can easily get your 100% trade. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you closer to opening bell.